See, an office or a studio isn't just a room. It's an acknowledgement that what you're doing is important enough to deserve its own space. Welcome to my 50 square foot, tiny, mid-century modern YouTube studio and office that also serves as a guest room when we have guests. Hey everybody, my name is Corwin Garber, and if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, hit something in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button for the algorithm. Also, if you guys like Lightroom presets, video LUTs that go from looks like this to this, I have all of that, as well as business templates, all for free in my newsletter. Just check the links in the description below. So this used to actually be an ugly guest room, but due to the 2020 pandemic, we completely reimagined it as an office to work out of. Now, I went with a bit more of a grandma aesthetic, which focuses more on browns, patterns, and dust. That is a big theme in this office that you'll see, which is also why I really like this mid-century modern aesthetic and appeal. Now, the big goal of this space was to make it extremely versatile. Here are just some of the looks that we've been able to achieve out of this tiny 50 square foot office. Now, before we get into the tour, I just want to mention that everything that I'll be talking about will be linked down in the description below. Some of them are affiliates, some of them are not. All right, without any further ado, let's kick off the tour with this little nook over here. All right, gearheads, get ready because this is going to be so up your alley. Welcome to the gear cage. I'll give you a second right now. Oh yeah. So we have a softbox and a Peak Design carbon fiber tripod. So this light, it's pretty much everything that you need. Everything is right here. We absolutely love it. Moving on to this item right here, which I think looks really great on this Credenza / side table here. I thought it stands out like a statement piece that people, when they come in, they're gonna be like, wow, what is that? It's always a starter of a conversation because people think, wow, that lamp, it has a nice shape to it. It's a great statement piece, but most importantly, I actually put a Aperture B7C light bulb in it, which is a color temperature controlled and RGB light, but also it runs on a lithium battery, so I don't always have to plug it in. Now moving on to the Credenza. This is a Walnut Credenza that I got from William & Sonoma 1958 Fall Edition. I mainly purchased it for storage, and we actually put a lot of important items in here because in production, the number one thing is organization because it always takes one tiny little item, and if you can't find it, the whole production slows down. So that's why we put these items into this drawer. Where is the drone? I don't have one, but you know, highly recommended. All right, moving on to my favorite part of this office, which is this accent wall and walnut desk. I spend a lot of time looking at this wall, and I kept thinking, well, what am I gonna paint it? Like, what's going on there? And I was chatting with my friend Spencer, and he was like, you should use a grandma print there. There's this company called Ma's Paws that does like retro prints that glue directly onto your wall. And I was like, yeah, that's the look. That looks really good. So we went with that. It was not cheap, but in my opinion, it's worth every single penny. Really brought this room together. Now, this is the desk that I primarily work at. This is the Bob and Stanley sitting desk from Definitely Down. The reason why I love this is because it's just stuck to the ground. I mean, it's really impractically heavy, which means that we can't even move it. But this tabletop, because it's hardwood, it's so beautiful for top-down shots. So we just use it a lot when we're doing like tech reviews and anything else that requires a top-down aerial bird's eye view looking down at this beautiful walnut. Now I opted to get a power strip on top of this desk, which is essential when you work in tech as well as filmmaking, because you always need to charge little things all the time, and being able to access this very quickly is so crucial. All right, so let's talk about my space chair here. Ooh, this thing is the Dining in Wicker chair by Chanel. I've had this chair for 2 years. I absolutely love it because it's a super classic. I'm a super classic person, and I just sit in the chair the way it's supposed to be designed. In this chair, you can sit in so many different ways. You can sit in it like this, or when you're brainstorming, you can sit in it like this. The computer that I'm primarily using right now is the 20-inch Imac G5, and the reason why I love this is because number one, it's small, lightweight, we can move it, because this table is always being used for different shots. It also looks really good when the back is exposed on the table, so you don't really see all the cables hanging everywhere, which is key because I'm so concerned about aesthetics. It also has a 1.5K display, which is a really nice experience when you're editing in whatever this thing can edit on. And for my skill set and my needs in terms of my day-to-day with client work and social edits, presets and things like that. This computer is absolutely perfect. And of course, we're using the mighty mouse and keyboard. Additionally, I have the spot over here that holds my iPhone so that I can get notified all the time when Bitcoin is dropping. I think we finally nailed it. So hopefully this gave you guys some ideas for the spaces that you guys are trying to build out. If you guys like this video, please press like. That stuff actually makes a difference. Subscribe, hit that bell, and don't forget to download your free digital assets. Links are below. You get presets, business templates, video LUTs to go from this to this. So just sign up for the newsletter. It's pretty good. I'm just saying. Love you guys.